Hey guys, Golden Glisten Blossom. I wanted to talk to you guys today about your root chakra. The root chakra is where you need to start from in order to balance the rest of your chakras. If this one's off balance, then you can guarantee your other ones are not going to be balanced or aligned with this one. Your root chakra is your stability. This is where you could show fight or flight responses, insecurity issues. The biggest affirmations I use for the root chakra is you're safe, you are loved, you are protected. So in order to ground yourself properly with the root chakra, the best ways are to go out in nature, walk while meditating. Yes, you can do this. Walking is a kind of meditation you could do in nature. You can hug a tree, be barefoot on the ground. It helps release toxins or anything that is not serving your highest good. Sometimes our fear bases or our ways of thinking, for example, sometimes our parents get us in this head that, oh, you shouldn't do this because it doesn't make enough money, but you may not love what you do otherwise, career-wise. If you can do what you love to do, it helps with your stability as well. So one thing I wanted to teach people is better ways of grounding their energy. And it's simple things. So say if it's wintertime and you're not outside, if you have a plant inside your house, put your fingers in it while you're sitting there on the floor. Picture yourself growing roots, red roots to be exactly, out of your feet, below your knees, and picture your spine right where the bone, your pelvic bone is. Picture there being a cord, a white cord going down into Mother Earth's divine cord. If you can't visualize this, sit there for a few minutes. Breathe a deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds and blow out slowly 4 counts. I know, easier said than done. But as you get the practice with this, it really does help. I also wanted to let you guys know that grounding your energy is not using marijuana or getting high and going out in wilderness. No. Actually, what you're doing when you are using marijuana is it's like covering parts that need healing basically with a Band-Aid. I know that sounds harsh, but this is why readers, when they're trying to help connect with spirit and your higher self, it's really hard because they're trying to help ground your energy because you're so unbalanced. Getting high can often disconnect you. It feels great with anxiety and that, but it's actually like a Band-Aid going over it. So I don't suggest that. I also suggest, please do not drink and think you're going to go out in the wilderness and somehow connect. It really ruins and unbalances you by drinking. That's why they say these things can be considered toxic. Yes, there are ways of numbing pain and that, but actually, when you're grounding yourself, it can really help release toxins that are not good for your body anymore. That's why they suggest it. People in this city, they have a harder time with this. There's responses that are always barking and biting. Not everybody means to feel this way, though, guys. It's one thing that we were taught in school, fight or flight, but we weren't taught how to properly respond to things like this. This was one thing I had to learn majorly when I first started on my spiritual journey, is grounding my energy. Because I was actually diagnosed a long time ago, but you could never tell this now, with bipolar disorder. And that's because I always felt very insecure. Though it never came across, people don't realize that it can be a fight or flight response. This may not even be from your current life, guys. You could have a past life where you are constantly angry and not knowing what to do, and if you're always in a situation in survival mode, it can bleed through to your next life, guys. So this can be a huge thing to fix. And it doesn't heal in a day, guys. This takes time. This can take, weeks, months, years. But just simple affirmations while going out and hugging a tree for even 5 minutes can create an impact. I'm not saying, hey, you guys, take the time every day to go out and walk miles, because I know we have busy lives, we have children, but this can also help your kids if you're out there with them as well. I also wanted to mention, so in order to ground yourself and help your root chakra more, think about things that can help that you eat that's healthy, like fruits and vegetables that are the color red. Strawberries. Tomatoes, there's plenty of them, guys. There really is. I wouldn't exactly consider the meat, because meat actually, when processed, sometimes the slaughterhouse isn't exactly the best energies on the food. So we'll get into that later on, but fruits and vegetables that are the color red, wearing the color red, picturing the color red while you're meditating or out, that definitely helps, guys. So somebody asked me a while ago, and I laugh about this, but at the same time I know it's ridiculous. So they're like, hey, if I was out getting drunk and then I were to pass out on the ground, would that help me ground myself? To be honest, it can remove some toxins, probably toxins of alcohol. But if you choose to make these choices to where you want to be unstable and put a Band-Aid on it, you're not really healing your trauma, because sometimes you have to face your traumas or what makes you feel insecure. Sometimes the thoughts arise, and yeah, you don't want to think about them, but there might be reasonings why the trauma and the healing runs to the surface. Is there something that you're running into now that might actually be part of your problem that you are facing? It may be time to release those fears. One thing I do is I call upon Archangel Michael. He is the archangel of protection, shielding, cutting cords from toxic people or places that do not serve your highest and best good. And you can visualize a blue energy around you. So that's kind of the first thing I do, is I picture myself with a string, a white string, it could be white, gold, going into Mother Earth, seeing the red roots grow from my knees on down with my feet, growing small little roots into the ground. This helps you connect better with Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. And then I picture a white energy or a blue protective energy around myself with the help of Archangel Michael. You can call Archangel Michael and ask for that healing energy around yourself and say, hey, now that you're grounded, you can ask, please help me cut any cords, or help me with this fear base that I have, any solutions that might help me. And honestly, that can help a great deal, guys. But I'm saying that when you are doing toxic behaviors, it may be hard to help ground yourself in the fight or flight, because it really causes an imbalance in your energies more than you know. So sometimes you got to say, hey, it's time to heal from this. It takes time, but it's time to give to nurture yourself, work on you, and we can work up with these chakras as we go, but the root chakra is number one, guys. All right. If you have any questions, you can always message me. You can comment on this video. I appreciate your time to listen to this. You guys have a wonderful, spectacular day. Golden Glisten Blossom.